Hi everyone, I've got something really exciting to show you today. These are handmade products by one of our very own colourists. These are made by Stephanie, who is a French colourist and illustrator, and she has her own Instagram called Steph Colours 63. You may have come across her already. She is an amazing colourist and an amazing illustrator as well. And she has handmade and produced these different products for us to plan, track and organise our colouring projects. So I can't wait to show you everything. She's also created a beginner's box. It's this here. It's called the Artistic Colouring Box, and it contains lots of different colouring media and things that you would need to get started, as well as, most importantly, a book full of tips, tricks, techniques, and everything that a beginner would want to know before they've even picked up a pencil, you know. So it's amazing. I'll get to that last because it's kind of like best till last even though these planners and things are absolutely gorgeous. So as I said, keep in mind she has handmade these, and I love the fact of like supporting a small business, supporting one of our own in their ventures. So let's have a look at the planner first of all. This is a A5 sized planner. It's made with 100-gram paper, and it is in a weekly diary format. It's undated, so you can use it at any time. It doesn't have to be only for 2024. So let's have a look at the look of it first of all. So it's got like a leatherette cover. It has a lovely big binding, ring binding on the left hand side, and these cute little corner caps just add that extra bit of pizzazz. We've got a pen loop for you to keep your pen in. It's got a little cute ribbon so you can keep your place in the day where you are. And then we'll have a look inside. So you can put whatever year it is here that you're starting this planner. It could be 24 to 25 or whatever you want to do. We've got the year's calendar for 2024, which obviously you don't have to use if you're using it next year or whatever. Then we have got a divider, and here's where you can put a list at the start of the year for any new colouring books that are coming out in whatever year it is that you're starting this, so that you've got like almost like a wish list, I suppose, but the wish list is also on a different page. So you can just put whatever colouring books are coming out this year, and then you can put which ones you want to buy. So here's your wish list. You can fill that all in here. Then there's a space to write down your favourite YouTube channels and social media pages for YouTube, Instagram, Facebook and TikTok. Here you can put your favourite art stores, whether they be online art stores or real life ones that you go to. You can write them all there. And also, if you've really got into the community with colouring, you've made a lot of real life friends, you maybe want to send each other birthday cards or pictures that you've coloured, things like that, you can put your friends' details down in here, just for your colouring friends. So it's a nice little place to keep that. Then the next divider takes us into a section which is blank, but it's dotted pages. So you can do whatever you like on this page. You can write down lists of pages that you want to do, anything like that really. It's like when you get a planner and it has a notes section that's blank and you can just fill it in however you want. That's what you can do with this section. Then we've got the weeks of the year. And I've just noticed that these are still in French. I know that Stephanie first produced these in French and then she's created English editions, but obviously this has been missed. So I'll let Stephanie know about that. And here we go. So we've got the monthly goals for your colouring. So your colouring pile of the month is like all the books that you've got that you want to complete in the month. Not the whole book, of course, the different pages in the books. So say you had Johanna Basford's Secret Garden or one of Hannah Carlson's books, and you wanted to complete certain pages out of them throughout the month, you would put that down here. Then any challenges or competitions you're taking part in the colouring community. You've got a wish list for the month, and then a place to write down any tutorials that you want to watch or reference that month. My projects, my desires. So again, anything you want to write on there about the projects this month. And then you've got the Monday to Sunday sort of week page. So you can put the month of, say, May, and then you can decide what you're going to do on each day or when you're going to do it. There's a to-do list here. There's a notes section. You've got another section to put in any YouTube channels or things that you want to watch that week. And you can also do a colour combination of the week, which I thought was really fun. We've also got a place here for you to put your current work in progress for the week. So you've got colouring book, illustration, coloured pencils or other mediums that you've used. And that goes on throughout the month until you get to the monthly review. So this is where at the end of the month you'll come back and you will see the progress of your colouring pile. So did you complete those pages from Secret Garden or didn't you? So you can put it down there, and also any challenges or competitions that you completed that month. You've also got a place to jot down any tutorials or colouring techniques that you tried to learn that month and what you did learn from them, and also any purchases that you made that month for your colouring. And then here you can put a list of your completed colouring pages that month. And then we're on to the next month. So that is the format of the whole planner. You go straight into every single month and you jot everything down in that sort of fashion until you get to the end of the year. Just getting right to the end. It's a really thick, substantial planner. So get to the end of the year, and here you've got your yearly review. So purchases of the year, the tops and the flops. So what did you buy this year, book-wise, supply-wise, that you thought was brilliant, you loved it, and what didn't you get on with? You can put that down here as well. Then you've got progress of all the piles of colouring books that you have tried to achieve this year, and you can do that in this bar chart format. So say in January you only got 5% into all of your colouring books, you can just jot that down and make a little chart of it. Then any challenges or competitions you completed for the whole of the year. This year's most advanced colouring books, so I guess they're the ones maybe that you advanced in. So say if you coloured quite a lot in Secret Garden, I'm just picking that out of my head, you would put that as one of the most advanced colouring books that you made the most progress in that year. Then you've got new goals for the next year, and here's your wish list for the year to come. Colouring books to get started or be continued in the next year. Coloured pencils that you might want to use a bit more often, and other mediums to be used more frequently. And then new techniques that you want to learn in the coming year, and also any of the methods that you've learned that you want to try and perfect a little bit. So that is the basics of the planner. It takes you through an entire year and lets you go day by day, week by week in your colouring journey. So if you're one of these people that loves to get organised, I absolutely love organisation. It's actually doing the thing and finding motivation to do the thing, which I sometimes lack. But organising and planning and things I absolutely love. So that's your planner. It's lovely and thick, it's substantial, it's been really, really well made, and you've got to keep in mind this has been made lovingly by somebody who is starting her own small business, and she's one of us, and we want to support those in our community, don't we? So that's the planner. Our tracker is a little bit more basic because it contains 100 completely the same trackers, and it's all for individual pages. So again, with the kind of leatherette cover, the spiral binding, you get into the trackers, and every single page looks like this. So there's 50 pages, double-sided. That means you get 100 trackers. You can put a little photo of the colouring book that you're working on. You write the title of the colouring book, the illustrator, the amount of pages in the book, the start date and the end date of the book, and then you can tick off which pages you've done from that book, or you can highlight them or colour them in, or whatever it is you want to do. But this book is a book of 100 of these trackers. So if you like to keep track of the individual pages that you're doing, this is a really good shout. So that's the planner and the tracker. Let's have a look now at the box of artistic colouring. So there are two of these boxes. You can get the more basic one, or you can get this one, which is called the full box. Now, the difference is you'll get less things in the more basic box, which is kind of obvious, but I'll tell you what you get in both of them. So in the basic box, it's called the starter box, and I'll put it down here for you. This is my printout. In the starter box, you will find a guide entitled How to Start Artistic Colouring, a practice page, an illustration to colour, 4 Faber-Castell Polychromos oil coloured pencils, and 4 Prismacolor wax coloured pencils. So that's what you get in the starter box. In this box that I'm going to show you today, you get a little bit more than that. So I'll show you rather than, read it out to you. So let's have a look. I've just put that back in because I took it out earlier. This is the how to start artistic colouring guide, and it has been properly professionally printed. It's full colour and it looks like an actual book that you would buy to start with adult colouring. So there's the book. Then you've got a sample of pencil blender. This is actually Zest It. It's the orangey smelling solvent that you blend pencils with. It's lovely, and it's quite a large sample as well, because you don't need a lot of this at all. This would last ages. And you would use it by dipping in a paper stump or a paper tortillon or even a paintbrush. That's how I do it. And it will help to blend your pencils. So you've got a really decently sized sample of Zest It. Then we've got a official Faber-Castell sharpener, and it's dual hole as well. So you can put larger and slimmer pencils in there and it will collect your shavings too. So that's official Faber-Castell. We've also got a Faber-Castell kneaded eraser, and these are great for picking up pigment rather than erasing. That's how I like to think of them. So if you've coloured something maybe a bit too heavy, or you want to remove tiny details, you can mould this. You pull it off and you mould it to the exact shape that you want, and then you can sort of press it down and it will lift the pigment off the page. So it's really, really handy. Then we've got, of course, the pencils. So we have black, indanthrone blue, deep red, dark cadmium orange, light purple pink, and cadmium yellow, and also the white pencil in the Faber-Castell polychromos. So you get more pencils in the full box than you do in the starter box. We also have orange, Scarlet Lake, canary yellow and white from the Prismacolor. So we've got 4 Prismas, and then we have a Caran d'Ache pencil blender, and this is fantastic. Another way to blend your pencils. So you've got 2 ways there to blend them. There's also a colour wheel, and this will show you, you know, we're talking about beginners here. So I don't think advanced colourists would really appeal to them. This is more like a gift that you would buy for somebody who was showing interest in colouring but had no clue where to begin, and this really just encapsulates everything that you need to start. So a colour wheel that can show you what happens when you add white, black, grey and things like that to a colour, tints, tones and all that kind of colour theory stuff. And then on the back it shows you the complementaries and things, how to create a sort of palette, you know, that works together. So you know how a colour wheel works. Right, so I'll take the pencils out. Now this is the artwork that you will be trying to emulate in the book, in this package. So here is the page that she has printed, and all of the pencils that are in the box will help you achieve this. So whether it's layering them, mixing them to create new colours, you'll be able to create something like this with the pencils and the tools in this box. So that's that. And then you've got another printout that is all of your exercises that you will learn about in the book. So exercises, monochrome gradients, things like that. So let's have a look at the book, because I think that's probably the best thing about this box is the book itself. It's absolutely packed full of beginner knowledge, and it's written in a really beginner friendly way. It's telling you all about the differences between wax and oil pencils, because you've got both here, so you can actually feel the differences between the wax and the oil. A lot of people try and describe the differences, but you can't really know until you've used them side by side, and they work very differently as well from each other. So this book explains how they work differently and how you can use them to their best advantage, I suppose. It's talking to you about how to hold pencils. It really is right back to basics, you know, pressures and gradients, layering, burnishing, using your blenders. There's all sorts in here. It's like a basic Bible, to be honest. If there's somebody, like I said, that really wants to get into colouring but doesn't know where to begin, this box has everything. You know, I can't think of anything that Steph's left out that you would need to begin this. It's fantastic. So I just think it's brilliant. If there's anybody, like I said, who you think would benefit from having a beginner's box, I can't think of any other product that's come out for beginners that is this good. You know, you've got really high-end pencils, you've got your polychromos, your Prismacolors, you've got Faber-Castell products, the Caran d'Ache blender, you've got some solvent even, which, you know, I've never seen that included in any kind of box, unless it's, you know, one of those letterbox boxes, subscription box. But this, I think it's the information that's like the key thing. And it's, like I said, it's written really beginner friendly. And yeah, I think it's amazing. So, and like I said, she's one of us. She's a colorist. You know, I think she started coloring in 2019. So she's kind of fairly new, if you're not, unless you're old like me. It's been doing it since 2015. But yeah, she's done so well to say that she's handmade these and everything. It's really, really fantastic. She also has her own YouTube channel, and I'll be linking all of this in the description below. But I did want to talk to you about her YouTube channel, because it's worth mentioning. So here's my little printout about her YouTube subscription. You can become a member for €3.99 a month, and for that you'll get colouring videos, preview videos for when she releases new products, one illustration per month in a PDF format that you get sent by email. You'll also benefit from a tutorial video or a material presentation mid-month. So in March, it was how to make 4 backgrounds with pan pastel. In April, it was how to create magnificent looks with coloured pencils. So there's a lot of value in that €3.99 a month subscription. You also get access to her hand-drawn illustrations. Now, let me show you this, because I had to make sure with Steph, like, I've followed Steph for a while, but her colouring more than anything. With her illustrations, I had to make sure with her, I was like, are you sure these aren't AI? Because they're so good. But if you go on her Instagram, you'll see her hand drawing them on her reels, on her video reels. So, you know, she's legit. But just look at this. How incredible. So when you join up to that YouTube membership, you will get access to these, and you can print them off. Just look. I mean, let me get the Harry one so I can put them side by side. Absolutely gorgeous. They look so realistic. This is how talented this lady is. It's crazy. So you'll get access to these to print and colour as well alongside her. So I think it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I don't know if there's anything else I need to tell you. I've been thinking about this review for a few days and sort of percolating and thinking I want to get all of the information out there and make sure that you're all aware and up to date of everything. So I hope I've included everything that you need to know. Yeah, I think that's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave all of the links in the description for the different boxes, the different planners. She also has a book of colour charts, and everything that I've shown you tonight and more. So I'll leave all those links below. If there is any questions that you have, please leave them down below in the comments, and either me or Steph will get back to you. Probably Steph, because she of course knows a lot more than I do about what she's producing. So yeah, I think it's, again, just really, really nice to support somebody in the community who's trying to build a business, especially when it's things and products that are going to help us organise and stuff like that. But there was something else. I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, yes, I've remembered. Everybody that creates an account on Steph's website and signs up to the newsletter will then receive a 10% discount code. So if you're wanting to buy a planner or one of her physical media items, my words are totally failing me this evening, then you can get 10% off by signing up to a newsletter. So that's worth knowing. Also, if you're ordering a lot, so if you wanted a planner and a tracker and a box and all that kind of stuff, you may find that you incur customs charges because it's a lot of value in the one package. And we know what the people are like at customs. They love to charge us, don't they? So I would say try, you know, buying one thing on its own rather than a whole box of stuff together. Otherwise, you may find that you incur these charges because of the value of the products. That's just a quick tip from me. But yeah, I really hope that you've enjoyed looking at all the stuff. It's really, really good quality. Steph's a lovely lady. I've spoken to her a lot over the Instagram messages, and she really does just want to create things for people to make life easier and fun, you know, make the hobby fun. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Links will be in the description, and I will see you soon on Colour with Claire.